Meanwhile, things were going well in the countryside, and the trains were being really useful and friendly while they did their work. Over in the shunting yard, a man walked Mr. Producer on a job. "I'm sure you and Sonia are ready for work," he said to Beata. "We sure are, mister," she said. And they steamed out of the yard. "Let's get this work done," Beata said, "because I'm the biggest woman train New Florida has ever seen." "I agree with that," said Sonia. "I have 2 tenders, one for coal and water and one for electricity." "Now it's best to be a woman train than you know it," said Beata, "'cause I am the best." A few minutes later, the Norfolk Southern locomotives were disconnected from their cars, and they rolled off to get refueled. And the freight cars of nuclear waste were shunted into place. "Good luck with your freight train," Katie said. And Beata hooked up to 87 cars, and she steamed onto the Keystone Corridor. Then the Pennsylvanian came into view, with business class in front and other cars in rear. The guard waved to the passengers as it went by. "Northeast Corridor work is the best," Beata said, "because I'm going to be very sleepy tonight." And she steamed along feeling pleased with herself. And then the freight cars clattered down the mountain. "I'm the best woman train ever," Beata said. And she felt very pleased with herself. As she went around the curve, she saw something ahead. Meanwhile, Amtrak's California Zephyr had just departed at Denver Union Station, and it was pulling 1 Viewliner baggage and 7 Superliner cars. But little did the engineer know that the points were jammed. Beata's driver slammed the brakes on, but there was no time to prevent a collision. Luckily, no one was hurt, but Beata's driver and fireman had jumped clear, and the train was destroyed. "Sorry, Amtrak," Beata said. "It was an accident." She was crunched against the tank cars. Just then, the substitute train pulled in. It was led by 3 ALC-42 locomotives, so the rear car touched the brake van softly. Before long, the passengers were on board, and the train departed the impact site. The next day, Becki and the preschool railers were having show and tell. It was very exciting. "I can't wait to show the class what we brought," puffed James. Then there was trouble. Snurdly pulled into the yard, and she buffered up to Henry's flying kipper. "Oh my goodness!" gasped Henry. "Snurdly took my flying kipper train!" And then she stole another rolling stock. "She took my boxcars!" huffed James. And then she took Gordon's express. "He took the express!" wheezed Gordon. And then she buffered up to Percy's mail cars. "He took my mail cars!" puffed Percy. "He took Hannah and Henrietta!" puffed Toby. "And my coaches," huffed Sasha. "I'd better go chase after her," puffed Thomas. "No, you can't," puffed Scrubba. "Stay here." And Thomas noticed something. "Bust my buffers," huffed Thomas. "Snurdly took all of our favorite jobs." "Disrespectful!" huffed Gordon crossly. The engines were really angry and cross.